What is happening, guys? Troy from Troywins.com. Happy Monday. We are at halftime of the Monday Night Football game, a 9-9 start. We thought it would be a lot of field goals. That total actually went from 43 and a half all the way down to 36 and a half. I don't know if that was weather related and then the weather didn't show up or whatnot, but that is a big drop in that total for the Monday Night Football game. Guys, this is episode 1 of the Troywins Podcast, where we are talking everything sports. We'll recap the weekend of Troywins.com. We've been on Bury Your Bookie every single Wednesday. Our record there has been absolutely ungodly. So I want to give you guys more free picks throughout the week. We posted our teaser yesterday. We teased the Dallas Cowboys up to 12 and a half. We teased the New York Giants up to 13. Teaser bets, kind of one of the misnomers that people don't really get into is the teaser bet. And if you look at how close and how sharp the Vegas odds makers are, I think there's a lot of value to grabbing 7 points in an NFL football game. I mean, these games are being decided around the spread by 1 to 2 points week in and week out. Why not grab 7 points on an underdog like the Cowboys, who ended up losing by 6 last night, and then grabbing 13 points with the New York Giants? So, guys, I'm a big drinker. Every time we come on this show, we will be drinking something. Tonight, I'm doing a little whiskey, Widow Jane, aged 10-year barrel. Highly recommended. It's a great, great bottle. The Widow Jane family, they do phenomenal stuff. You can get all sorts of different stuff. Actually, over the weekend, did a bottle of their double aged barrel in maple syrup. It was a great, great whiskey. Highly recommended. But overall, guys, we had an outstanding weekend. Saturday, our UFC team goes 3-0 yet again. Over 84%, guys, in the UFC. This is all documented at our website, troywins.com. I highly recommend taking a look at that. I don't even cap the UFC. We've got an entire team diving into that for you. And again, you can get those picks at troywins.com at an extremely, extremely affordable rate, guys. Right now, we're still offering 7 days for $7. You cannot beat that. Over the weekend, Saturday night, did a great job. We had a 50 unit max play that cashed in no problem early on in the day with Notre Dame. And then we did have the 50 unit loser with Arizona. But overall, very profitable Saturday. We go into Sunday. And again, another profitable day. We had the 50 unit win on the Buffalo Bills. We did have a 50 unit teaser that did come to a loss. Our prop bets go 3-0. Guys, 10 years ago, you couldn't even really do much with prop bets. Now you can bet everything. And I think it's so important for the amateur gambler out there to understand there is so much value in these prop bets. But you've got to be selective. I love the anytime touchdown bets, finding guys that are due for touchdown, finding guys that have been consistently getting the ball when they're in the red zone. That is critical when it comes to handicapping these prop bets. We went 3-0 yesterday, went under the total passing for Drake May. We thought he'd have a rough night against the Jets. We actually get even more fortunate. He goes out with the concussion. Derrick Henry had a tough matchup against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns defensive line, I know they haven't been as good as normal, but that was a lot of rushing yards. They had Derrick Henry's total at 98 yards yesterday. We go under that. He goes under the total as well. And then we also knocked dead Josh Allen with his big game. So, guys, prop bets, a lot of value there. Highly, highly recommend. If you're not doing prop bets already, add that to your arsenal. Troywins.com. We've got, again, we have an entire team. All they do is prop bets. So, profitable yesterday, we had the Atlanta Falcons. That game looked easy on paper and ends up coming through. And then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 3.5. They get the back door against the Green Bay Packers. So looking at this week, guys, a lot of great lines, college football. We've got some great games on the slate for you. And then the NFL, again, a lot of weird lines. You look at how bad the Dallas Cowboys played. 3-4 Cowboys go into Atlanta. Atlanta's playing good football, and it's only 2.5. That's a head scratcher to me. I thought that line would come out, and you'd see Atlanta favored by 5 or 6 points. You've got the Rams. What a crazy story, right? 2 weeks ago, they put Cooper Kupp on the trade market, no biters. Then they beat the Minnesota Vikings at home. Now they get to 3-4. And boy, I'll tell you that NFC West, what a division we have now with the NFC West. We've got the 49ers right in the thick of it. The Cardinals playing good football. They get the upset in Miami over the weekend. Seahawks obviously right there at 4-4, 49ers 4-4, then the Rams are right in the hunt as well. So that's a great game to look forward to this weekend. Matthew Stafford heads into Seattle. Will Seattle bounce back after the debacle against the Buffalo Bills, or will we see them lay an egg again? The DK Metcalf situation also another very interesting thing to look at because that offense is just not the same without DK Metcalf. I think that that's what's interesting. When you see these big injuries with the NFL, it's interesting to see that certain guys, when they are out, I think it should affect the spread by 3, 4, 5 points. When a lot of times it really only affects it by a half point or a point. So I think that's something that, amateur gamblers, when you're out there looking around, you've got to look at the injury report. And a guy like Metcalf, boy, without him, he makes everybody else go. He makes you, he makes you double team him. He opens up the run game. He opens up guys like Tyler Lockett. He opens up guys like JSN. So again, if he's out again this week, I think you've got to circle the Rams as a big key component. Again, college football, beautiful slate coming up ahead. One thing that we're going to be starting to look at is letdown games. What are the big letdown games in college football this weekend? We've got Oregon heading to Michigan. They just get the big win against Illinois. 14.5 point favorites in the big house. When is the last time that Michigan was a 14.5 point dog at home? But again, this is not a very good Michigan team. Oregon has not had a letdown game this year. We've had this one circled. Will this be a letdown game for Oregon? I think that remains to be unseen. Guys, as we move forward, again, another big game, USC Washington. This is one of the games in my backyard. Absolutely love this game. USC -2 on the road. This Washington team just does not have a lot of talent this year. They're at home, though. They play better at home. They've looked good against Michigan at home. They looked good against Northwestern at home. Now they get USC in a big, big spot. USC's been brutal on the road. This is an interesting game to look at. I'm really looking forward to it. Washington's right here in my backyard. This will be one that hits our official slate as well. Moving forward again, college football, we got a beautiful slate. We got the World Series right now, guys. It looks like it's going to be 3-0 Dodgers. What a disappointment. If this thing ends in four, boy, I'll tell you, we've got a problem in Vegas and the MLB. They want the ratings, guys. They want this thing to go 7 games. I'll be really curious if the Yankees just kind of concede out after being down 3-0. At least that's the way it's looking tonight. So, again, guys, episode 1. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to have a huge, huge thing. We're going to have special guests on this show. We're going to have free picks that are going to make you guys a lot of money. I appreciate Eric Burns and the staff at nofilter.net allowing me to have this stage. We're really looking forward to it. You guys are going to we're going to give you guys different letdown games. We're going to give you games that we recommend staying away from. We're going to give you games that the public are all over, which again, guys, when the public's all over a certain game, 82% of the public was on the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. This game is 9-9 right now at halftime. Steelers closed at -6. I'll be really curious to see where that ends spread-wise, but 82% of the money was on the Steelers tonight. So, yeah, episode 1, guys, we're kind of just laying out the format. We're going to have special guests. We'll have NFL players on, college basketball players, the full meal deal. We'll get their takes on certain things, ex-players. We'll have other handicappers on the show that maybe have different formulas than I have. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, again, thank you for tuning in to episode 1, and we will be back with you guys again on Wednesday for episode 2. This will be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday showing, guys. Again, thank you so much. We'll be back with you again Wednesday.